The world went nuts this week after our interview with Beyonce last Sunday led to fevered speculation about her baby bump.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 most unhinged celebrity conspiracy theories.
Even when I was looking at the article, like the big conspiracy theory, I'm like, do you know what? Maybe they're right. Like, you read it.
For this list, we'll be looking at the most far-fetched theories about famous people. Which of these seems the most unbelievable to you? Let us know in the comments. Number 10. Jay-Z can time travel. Jay-Z might run this town now, but is it possible he was the king of New York back in 1939?
We are, yeah, I said it, we are. This is Rock Nation. Pledge your allegiance. Get your boutiques on.
Well, some people think so, due to a photo posted by the New York Public Library's Schomburg Center for Research in Black Culture in 2013. The photograph was taken of a man in Harlem in 1939, a man who seems to bear Jay-Z's likeness. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words, and certain folks thought this one was saying that Jay-Z is a time traveler.
Used to cop in Harlem. All of my Dominicanos right there up on Broadway. Pulled me back to that McDonald's. Took it to my stash spot.
Granted, the guy in the photo looks a lot like him, but we're pretty sure that while the artist might have 99 problems, time traveling ain't one.
Having girl problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but ain't one. Hit me.
Number 9. Justin Bieber is a reptoid. You may have heard Justin Bieber called a lot of things, but did you know that some folks call him a reptile?
What do you mean?
And no, we aren't talking about his haters using the term as an insult. We mean there are people who think he is an actual reptilian humanoid. As far as proof of this goes, we don't have much to go on besides many less than reliable sources and sketchy eyewitness accounts of the singer's alleged shape-shifting. And if you were curious as to what Bieber's animal form supposedly looks like, he's said to have a black stripe down the middle and big scaly claws. Let's just say we doubt that's why he called his 2020 album Changes.
I'm going through changes. I'm going through changes.
Number 8. Kanye West and Taylor Swift's rivalry was fake. Remember when Kanye West interrupted Taylor Swift's Best Female Video Acceptance speech to make sure everyone knew how great Beyoncé's Single Ladies video was?
Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
It's one of the most famous and cringe-inducing moments in the history of the VMAs. But according to one rather dubious theory, there was never any bad blood between the two, as the whole thing was planned.
You made a really deep cut, and baby, now we got bad blood.
Because you know what they say, all publicity is good publicity, and this event brought both artists a lot of press. If you want to take things to the next level, there's another angle on this conspiracy that claims the interruption served as Swift's initiation into the Illuminati.
There's nothing more to say, cause everything's okay. I got security lining the stage.
Number 7. Tupac Shakur is still alive. Who killed Tupac? According to some conspiracy theorists, the answer is no one, because Shakur faked his death to escape the pressures of fame.
That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same.
Proponents of the theory point to things like the fact that his killers were never caught. They also claim he would have been wearing a bulletproof vest.
Knight says that he does believe that Tupac is alive, and that night he was perfectly fine when he last saw him.
Oh, they also claim that there's a video of Pac in a yellow raincoat. While we're here, there are also folks who believe that Steve Jobs isn't dead either. Check out this image that made the rounds on Reddit. We see the resemblance, especially if you picture him in jeans and a black turtleneck, but this is still far-fetched.
We have a chance, if we stay focused and choose wisely, to really continue to impact people's lives in some small way for the better.
Number 6. Lorde is middle-aged. Many of us might call Lorde mature or say she's an old soul, but those are just figures of speech.
It's a new iPhone showing people how little we care.
Certain individuals out there are convinced that she's just plain old. Lorde, Wikipedia, and even her birth certificate tell us that the New Zealand singer was born on November 7th, 1996. Yet there are those who believe that she's actually a woman in her 40s lying about her age.
Now I feel like very comfortably 20. Soon I'm going to be 21, which I feel is a weird milestone.
As for that birth certificate, these people look at it as nothing more than a forged document. And what about her dancing? Her moves during live performances have been dubbed quirky, but that doesn't prove anything.
Well, almost immediately, she was ridiculed on Twitter. Folks comparing her moves to the legendary Elaine dancing episode on Seinfeld. Why does Lorde dance like Elaine? Went one tweet.
Number 5. Keanu Reeves is immortal. Billy Joel told us that only the good die young. But per this theory, Keanu Reeves, who most agree is quintessentially good, can never die.
Is Keanu Reeves an immortal vampire?
There's an entire website dedicated to this idea, KeanuIsImmortal.com. According to the site, the evidence of Reeves's immortality is overwhelming. It includes the fact that he looks youthful no matter how many years pass, as well as his uncanny physical similarity to famous figures dating back centuries.
I can see that we have a likeness in the eyes, and the nose, and the mustache, and the beard, and the cheekbones.
Is that really Charlemagne and Paul Mounet, or are they all Reeves? We also can't forget about his great friendliness that, according to the conspiracy, can only come from the wisdom of immortal living.
Do we think that Keanu Reeves is an immortal vampire?
I don't think there's anything doubting that he's absolutely immortal.
Number 4. Stevie Wonder can see. We haven't been able to figure out why Stevie Wonder would be pretending to be blind for all these years. But alas, that is one theory out there.
I got my license.
Really?
You've
got your license?
Wait a minute, I don't.
Oh,
I don't.
You left it back at the...
Did you go in my pocket?
Looking for proof? Well, some will make problematic, rather ableist arguments, pointing to the fact that Wonder is often seen at sporting events, for instance. But the moment that gets brought up all the time is the microphone stand. Watch as Paul McCartney runs across the stage to the piano, passes in front of Wonder, and knocks over the stand. The latter artist promptly reacts, reaching out his hand to catch it. We have another theory though. Maybe Stevie Wonder is Daredevil?
Peter, you may have dodged your legal troubles, but things will get much worse. There is still a court of public opinion.
How did you just do that?
Number 3. Avril Lavigne is dead. We've discussed a number of theories involving dead celebrities who are supposedly still alive. But this one takes the opposite route, claiming that singer Avril Lavigne has been dead for years. Stick with us here. This one is a little complicated. The main idea here is that she passed away after Let Go. Her first studio album was put out into the world. However, her label allegedly covered it up in order to continue making money off her popularity, and had her body double, Melissa Vandella, literally fill her shoes. Believers notably point out so-called changes in her persona, as well as supposed physical discrepancies. Lavigne has denied the story.
Yeah, some people think that I'm not the real me, which is so weird. Like, why would they even think that?
Number 2, Beyoncé pregnancy theories. When it comes to Beyoncé and pregnancy, there are 2 different conspiracies out there. The first one involves her and her sister Solange. Or should we say her daughter? The theory here is that Beyoncé got pregnant when she was young, and the family covered it up by calling them sisters. And yes, we know that Beyoncé and Solange were only born about 5 years apart.
And that's okay with you? Oh, it was always okay with me. That's my baby.
However, proponents of the conspiracy theory simply say that B's real birth year is 1974, and that any claim to the contrary was fabricated to fit the siblings' story. Our second unhinged Queen Bee pregnancy theory speculates that Blue Ivy Carter was born from a surrogate because of a dress crease that aroused suspicion.
But what this moment exposed to some even caught us by surprise. Here it is again, slowed down. As Beyoncé sits down with Molly Meldrum, her dress folds. That crease caused a worldwide controversy.
Before Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Katy Perry is JonBenet Ramsey. While there are plenty of theories out there revolving around JonBenet Ramsey's murder and who's responsible, this one takes issue with all of them.
And tonight, 2020 revisited the crime and continued the call for justice.
According to it, Ramsey is still alive. And not only is she alive, she's now one of the biggest pop stars in the world. Katy Perry.
Could Katy Perry actually be JonBenet Ramsey? That's the bizarre conspiracy theory floating around the internet after this 2014 video resurfaced online.
The motive for supposedly faking the death was allegedly profit and a desire for celebrity. Believers will say you just need to look at pictures of Perry and Ramsey side by side. They maybe kind of look somewhat alike.
He states that Perry's parents, pastors Keith Hudson and Mary Perry, look eerily similar to Ramsey's parents, Patsy and John Bennett Ramsey.
And apparently their parents sort of do too. Conspiracies don't get much more outrageous than this. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.